Minecraft has two basic play modes: Creative, in which you have access to every block in the game to use in building something, and Survival. Survival has you start out with nothing and gradually gather resources and skills. In both modes, the goal is usually to build something cool or amazing. The difference is in the process of getting there. One of the twists on Survival that appeared a few years ago was a map called Skyblock, which places the player on a small island surrounded by nothing. This takes the resource gathering element of Minecraft to a whole new level. You are given very limited resources and can eventually build a world floating over an empty void that is just as interesting as anything built in regular survival. But as with regular Minecraft, the process of creating cobblestone and growing trees to build out your island can become tedious. Playing Skyblock on most servers includes ways of obtaining more items, including the normally useless dirt, by performing challenges. But even with these additional features, there's still a lot of repetition in Skyblock. It is not for the easily bored. What can be done to make things a little bit less difficult? Enter SlimeFun. This mod pack adds over 400 new items to the game, some of which are particularly useful to those playing Skyblock. I recently got back into playing Skyblock after not playing it for a couple of years. On the server I joined, one of the players who visited my island was bouncing extraordinarily high. I asked what this was about, and he said he was wearing slime boots. I'd never heard of these and found that it was all part of this SlimeFun mod pack. He pointed out that they were useful for avoiding fall damage, particularly when used with another SlimeFun item called the multi-tool. With that, you can avoid the worst part of Skyblock, which is falling off your island and losing everything you are carrying. As a favor, he provided me with a set of these two SlimeFun items, as well as a charging setup. The multi-tool has to be recharged after a few uses. Initially, I resisted this. It seemed like cheating to use tools like this. However, eventually I was won over to the benefits of SlimeFun. This was particularly when he showed me the android he had made, one that automated the cobblestone mining process. Now that was something to get excited about. I knew what it was like to spend hours mining and using cobblestone in the process of building out my island. Starting out with SlimeFun can be a bewildering process. It has a steep learning curve. There are so many choices available, it is not clear what is the best thing to start with. I still found it difficult to grasp how to do things in SlimeFun, and YouTube videos seem to assume you already knew something about it, so they weren't helpful to me either. To really start with SlimeFun, you have to have progressed far enough already on your island that you have space to set up the various machines used to make these new items. And you have to have progressed far enough that you can get XP to unlock them and have been able to visit the Nether for some of the blocks needed to build these machines. So expect to have to expand your island out to around 20 by 20 or 30 by 30 and have a mob spawner to use in getting XP to help you unlock things. To get started, you need the SlimeFun guide. This is a book that contains all of the recipes for each item that you can craft with SlimeFun. On many servers, you obtain the book by typing the command /sf guide. This gives you something that looks like an enchanted book. If you don't see the graphical images when you open the book, shift-click on the SlimeFun guide and it will let you change from text mode to GUI mode. I found the text mode difficult to read because of the colors chosen there. Hovering over each item will give the name of each category of items. Clicking on one of these categories will show you what items can be crafted. Some categories have more than one page. You can move forward to the next page of items by clicking on the lower right and back a page by clicking on the lower left. To return to the previous place that you were, click on the back button, usually the top, middle, or left. On many servers, most of these items will not be unlocked when you first get your SlimeFun book. It will instead be necessary to unlock them one by getting XP for your player and then clicking on an item you want. It will say that you are researching the item, and then when that is done, the item will be unlocked and available to use or craft. This last distinction is important to be aware of. For example, if another player gives you a piece of SlimeFun armor, that armor will not work for you unless you have the knowledge to use it. The first things to research with SlimeFun are the basic machines. They are found on this page. The core machine for SlimeFun is the enhanced crafting table. Building this does not require any special skills. It consists of a dispenser with a crafting table stacked on top of it. This machine is used to make most SlimeFun items. A simple item to make in the enhanced crafting table is Grandma's walking stick. Here's the recipe. Right-click on the upper part of the enhanced crafting table to craft it, then remove the new item from the dispenser on the bottom. Notice that this final item is simply an enchanted stick that works as a weapon and has some knockback against the mob attacked with it. Another player who has unlocked many or all of the SlimeFun items can give that knowledge to another player through the Tome of Knowledge sharing. When given this book, right-click on it, and a lot of fireworks will go off as the knowledge is unlocked for you. At this point, if you had previously been unable to jump high with your slime boots, it will now work because you have the knowledge to use them. The Tome of Knowledge sharing is found in the Magical Gadgets section of the guide. While we're looking at this, let me point out what the things on a page in the SlimeFun guide mean. On the right is what you are crafting, in this case the Tome of Knowledge sharing. On the left is the SlimeFun machine needed to craft the item in question, in this case the Magic Workbench. In the middle you find the items needed to craft what you want to make. Some of them may be standard Minecraft items, and if you click on it, it will tell you the regular recipe for this. Sometimes it is a SlimeFun item, like this magical book cover. If you click on that, it will show you that this is made with a book and 4 grade 2 magical lumps. Clicking on a grade 2 magical lump reveals that each of those is made with 4 grade 1 magical lumps, which themselves are created with nether wart crafted in the grindstone. Back up a level with the back button on the upper left. Notice that if you close the book and then reopen it, you will be back where you left off. Some items will have an icon in the upper right that indicates more information can be found in the SlimeFun wiki. Clicking on that will show the link in the chat. Others may have a video that shows how they are used, and that icon looks like this. Now to the other basic machines. First, the grindstone. This is made with a dispenser and a single oak fence. With it you can make a number of SlimeFun items, but one of the most common uses is to turn cobblestone into gravel. In vanilla Minecraft, gravel has very little use. With SlimeFun, however, gravel is used to get the various dusts that are then used to make some of the more advanced items. Put the cobblestone in here, and then right-click on the fence. You end up with gravel and possibly some flint. There is still nothing useful to do with flint other than making flint and steel. Automated panning machine. This is used to process the gravel you've made with the grindstone. It's noisy and messy, but it works. What you will end up with is sifted ore and often clay and flint. Ore washer. The ore washer is used to take the sifted ore you get from the automated panning machine and sift it to get various dusts that are used in making specialty ingots to use in making other machines. As with the ore crusher, you can eliminate the number of unwanted dusts by filling in the other slots with inert items. It will cause the message about there being no available slots to come up repeatedly, but the result is you'll get more of what you're looking for. Virtually all of the dusts are needed for one recipe or another, but the ones I see come up over and over again in recipes are copper dust and iron dust, so I would try to get as much of those as possible. The ore washer will create stone chunks, aluminum dust, copper dust, iron dust, gold dust, lead dust, silver dust, tin dust, and zinc dust. Compressor. The compressor is used for a few items in SlimeFun, but the primary one I've come across so far is taking coal and creating blocks of carbon and compressed carbon. Those are used in several electrical machines. Notice that if you are not looking for compressed carbon, remember to remove the carbon chunks after you've made 4, or it may go ahead and further process those into the compressed carbon blocks. You can also take stone chunks that come out of the ore washer and compress 4 of them back into cobblestone. Smeltry. You will use this a lot to create the various ingots needed for electrical items. Notice that it requires a piece of netherrock to use as a fire source. Also notice that at times when making things with the Smeltry, the fire will go out. This will make it necessary to either have a spare flint and steel to relight it, or create a redstone clock to automatically relight it. Here is a design that works well for me. This requires a redstone comparator, 3 pieces of redstone dust, a lever, 2 redstone torches, and 4 blocks of any type. When you are done building it, you put your flint and steel in the dispenser and turn on the switch. It will repeatedly shoot out the flint and steel and relight the netherrock if it has gone out. It will eventually use up the flint and steel and so will have to be replaced at times. Armor Forge. This is made with an anvil and a dispenser. Various armor items can be made here. For Skyblock, one of the most useful are the slime boots I already mentioned. Those are made with 2 slime balls and 2 ingots of iron. The Ore Crusher. This tool can be used to get dust from iron or gold blocks and to turn 8 cobblestone into 1 block of sand. If you found this introduction to SlimeFun useful, please leave a like and share it with your friends.